this video, we're going to discuss how to save money to buy a house. Look, at the end of the day, it's all about income, expenses, and savings. If your income is higher than your expenses, then you can save money. And it depends on how much your income is higher than your expenses that will allow you to save money. If your expenses is higher than your income, then you won't have any savings. You will go deeper into debt. You will most likely use credit cards to pay for your expenses. So in this video, we're going to discuss ways in which you can decrease expenses to be able to save for a house. We're going to discuss also ways in which you can increase your income. So tune in. I'll see you soon.
I mean, you want to save for a house. That's the obvious reasons, to save money. But even if you don't save for a house, you at least want to save for anything else that may come up. You may lose your job, an extra expense may come up out of nowhere. Then what do you do then? You're going to get behind on all your bills because you don't want to save money. Just decrease your expenses. That's it.
Look, if this is your first time here, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button to get more content just like this. Did you know that 42% of all Americans have only $1,000 in their bank account? So let's get right to it. The first thing you got to understand when you want to save money is why. Why do you want to save money for a house? Is this house going to be a house that you are going to live in? Or is it going to be to start a real estate business? These are two different things. Now, if this is a house that you would like to live in, then go for a house that has a renovated or finished basement where you can rent out the basement and you can live in the unit upstairs while keeping your job. Now, that only requires for you to put down 3.5%. You have to have your credit score upper 500 or 600 range, and you have to have 2 years tax returns. Okay. Now, that's one way to think about investing. Now, let's say that you want to save money to start an investment business. Now, there are multiple different ways you can go about this. Look, first of all, when you first start out, you most likely want to go for one family, something that you could renovate and resell. And you may want to have a mentor that can help you throughout that process. When you want to buy one family, the minimum buying amount should be $100,000. Okay. Now, with this $100,000 as the purchase price for a one family home, most likely you're going to have to put down 20% of that. That's $20,000 you'll need to save, plus another 6 or 7% for closing cost fee. Let's just say $30,000 you need to save. If you're working at a job where you're making minimum wage, it's going to take you 2, 3, 4, 5 years, most likely, to save that type of money. Look, the game plan has to be, how can I get this $30,000 from someone else that will allow me not to use 3 to 4 years of my time to save the money to do the deal myself? What's the strategy? Okay, your strategy, I think, should be to save your money for a year of living expenses. Okay, so let's say you save all your expenses for a year, year and a half. Meanwhile, you're reading every single book you can read on real estate, on how to submit offers, on how to find foreclosure deals, on how to look for discounted properties. Okay, once you understand that skill, after you've been saving for that year, okay, you've read every single book on real estate. You've looked at many YouTube videos on how to develop the skill. And look, all you got to do is just keep working at it, keep thinking about it, and then you'll understand how to do those things. Now, once you know how to do that, okay, now what you could do is you could approach a meetup group. Okay, they're all on Google. You can go right to meetup groups for real estate. They're free to get into them and participate in one of those conferences or meetups about real estate in the city that you live in. Okay, in that group, you're going to meet people, and in that meeting, what you could do is just ask somebody would they like to partner with you. Okay, you could be the guy or lady that go out there and look for deals that are discounted, and they could front you the money. All right, now they got to trust you, so you have to be able to convey that you're an expert at what you do. Now, you got to be able to tell them that this is your first time doing this and that you know that you could be an asset. You've studied the market. You know how much construction costs are. You know how much you could sell the house for. You know how to buy these deals. You know how much equity that you're going to make on each deal. Let's say you partner with someone. Okay, you find the deal, they put up the money. At the end of it, you can split the proceeds 50-50. Now you got $20,000, $30,000 in your bank account. Okay, you did that deal in 8 months from beginning to end, and now you can go out there and look for your own deals because now you got $20,000, $30,000 in your bank account. Now keep in mind, you may have to still pocket, let's say, $10,000 to $15,000 of that money to live on while you do your next flip. So you may have to partner with somebody else again. Okay, or what you could do is really all that money that you get from your flip, you pay your taxes on it and keep it in your bank account, live on it, and you go back to the same investor and say, look, I can do it a second time, I can do it a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time, and you just keep pocketing the money, giving them 50% of the money, you take 50%, and now you got a real business. Okay, you got a real live business. All right, now that's another way to look at real estate. Okay. Now that's another way to look at real estate. Now the thing is that now you gotta, first of all, you gotta be able to save the money. Okay, income has to be high enough in order for you to save the money. You gotta do whatever you gotta do to make income. Okay, that means odd jobs, freelancing, cutting grass, whatever your skill sets are. If you're a good photographer, go out there and you take photography photos for folks to make $300-400. Okay, you pocket all that money. If you work at a job where you get a bonus, pocket that money. Put it in your savings account. If you get your tax refunds, don't go out there and buy a whip and blow all your money on a whip. Pocket that money. Save it. Think of ways to make more income. They got Craigslist. They got all these other websites you can go on to figure out a way to make extra money. That's where your mindset got to be. If that's moving couches and boxes for people, if that's babysitting dogs, dog walkers make a ton of money. They can make, I think the average is like $60 to $75 an hour walking a dog. Okay, you can make good money doing it. That's another source. So your objective got to be, okay, how can I save enough money over the next year so therefore I can start my real estate business? Or how can I save enough money to put down 3.5% for a house that I want to live in? Okay, so that's one way to do it. Now another way is to budget for ways to save. Now if you have a car, okay, you may want to figure out a way to decrease your car payments. Don't get the car payment that you got to pay $700 a month on it. Get a car payment where you got to pay $250, $300 a month on it. Now it may not be the car that you want, but hey, you're able to save $300, $350 a month on it. Also, look at your car insurance. Your car insurance rates may be higher than the average out there. Look for ways to decrease your car insurance. Also, minimize the lattes. Drink coffee at home. These are some solid ways on how you can save money to buy a house. Until the next time.